customers, 1,300 customers that are dependent upon the highway to support all that infrastructure. They've lost over 30 poles just in the last, 5-6 years, right? There are no backup redundancies. No backup redundancies. If that highway is lost, the infrastructure is lost. And Grace Harbor PUD says it's a big effing issue to get it all fixed. Okay? So what they've done, by the way, they've already taken action to remove and reposition various poles, pads, and transformers that, if knocked over and submerged, would actually leak pollutants, right? So they're taking preventive action, defensive action, right? But again, it's a note that the highway becomes the protected link for infrastructure. Similarly, Scott Johnson, Pacific County Sheriff, was kind enough to consult on, where the law enforcement needs are. Indeed, there's a great collaborative relationship with the tribal police here, as well as with Grace Harbor, okay? But again, the response time and infrastructure needs critically depend upon the highway. There is no over-the-mountain logging road solution. The solution is go up to Aberdeen and come down, right? So again, highway protection is critical relative to emergency response and law enforcement from a long-term perspective there. Finally, Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is represented here tonight with Marcus. Marcus and Bob consulted on what are the implications for critical habitat should there be a severe breach. Ironically, what you're talking about here is that a sustained breach would potentially benefit fish and wildlife and critical habitat concerns. Okay? Creating new salt marsh and potentially increasing tide flat acreage. Okay? So long-term positives for many wildlife, wildfowl, shorebirds, migrating wildfowl, etc. Armoring is noted can result in a loss of habitat. So this is a note here, is that there's a potential loss of habitat and loss of access, loss of public access, right, to beach activity here, okay? So the note here, and the final note here, is that there are mitigation activities here. I mean, so in the event of loss of habitat through armoring, which is indeed a solution being proposed generally here, is that there are mitigation opportunities throughout the bay for such loss of habitat, okay?